Francis Tobias was born in Trinidad to Moses and Florita Tobias. He was the second of 4 children. Saint Omer, Santo, his older brother, and 2 younger sisters, Zenobia and Drucilla. He was a dedicated Roman Catholic and quite active in the Trinidad and Tobago Catholic Youth Organization CYO. In the summer of 1959, Toby, as he was affectionately known, visited Saint Lucia on an exchange program with the Saint Lucia arm of the CYO. He was an accomplished sportsman and had a go at many sports including basketball, cricket, football, and athletics. His primary sport, however, was basketball, and anyone who saw him play can attest to his on-court prowess. When he was involved in sports, Tobias was teaching, which was his profession at the time, or he was behind the lens of his camera, albeit as a hobbyist at the time, intent on capturing every single moment. In 1969, Toby made the decision to migrate to Saint Lucia to settle closer to Edgeitha Blaze, whom he had met on one of his earlier trips. He would marry the love of his life on June 19, 1969. He had his hopes set on continuing his teaching career in Saint Lucia. Unfortunately, there were no vacancies at the time. Unperturbed by this stark reality, Tobias resorted to his calling, photography. Shortly after moving to Saint Lucia, he pursued studies in mathematics and statistics at the University of the West Indies, Cave Hill campus, Barbados. At UWI, his photography was a lifesaver, helping him pay his way through school. He graduated in 1975, and although he had attained a degree in mathematics and statistics, he continued along his chosen path of being a professional photographer because, as he put it, at that time, he had gained more experience in photography than he had in mathematics and statistics. It was around that time that he assumed the moniker Photobias. In the years to come, Photobias became a staple at all national sporting, cultural, and entertainment events. In addition, he was an avid volunteer, getting involved with and contributing to organizations such as the St. Lucia Girl Guides Association, the National Research and Development Foundation (NRDF), the St. Lucia Cooperative Bank, and the Elks Credit Union, among others. His volunteerism also led him to mentor the youth. Of note was his facilitating of the training sessions in photography for students of the St. Joseph's Convent who were preparing to obtain the Duke of Edinburgh Award. He was also willing to offer advice and assistance to those who showed an interest in photography. Photobias later added videography to his repertoire. He would frequently provide video footage for broadcast on Helen Television Systems, HTS, and would occasionally do some reporting. Toby loved traveling, and being the sports fanatic that he was, traveling to photograph sporting events would have been an absolute delight. 2 highlights of his career were when he had the opportunities to accompany St. Lucia's Special Olympics team to the Rio Games in 2007 and the St. Lucia Olympic team to the Olympic Games in Beijing, China. Toby's usual energy and non-stop activity was interrupted on the Easter weekend of 2010 when illness got the better of him. On May 15, 2010, after a brief battle with his illness, and to the shock of many, he succumbed. Francis Tobias passed away peacefully at home, surrounded by family. Without doubt, he is missed by family and friends who continue to speak fondly of his candor, advice, generosity, wit, and sense of humor.